What's good, y'all? It's one of the hosts with the most of Sip and Speak sessions. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the video that you're getting ready to watch. You can find all of us on Instagram and TikTok with our personal pages, or you can follow our business page of Sip and Speak Sessions. And our YouTube channel is Alexis Elizabeth Creations 1555. We everywhere like air, so give us a follow. Enjoy. Hello, little baby. Now, I know you didn't think we were finna jump into the episode that quickly. We like to take our time. We got a new segment for the show, and it is called Drink of the Night. And we're going to be providing you an alcoholic and non-alcoholic version of whatever we're sipping on. So enjoy, and as always, you know we love you.
Oh, that's liquor.
Welcome, my fellow nigglets, to the Drink of the Night segment. Tonight we are making a drink called Bust-a-Nut. And yes, I did name this drink Bust-a-Nut. Thought of it off the dome, no pun intended. First thing you're going to do is you're going to add your butter pecan moonshine. And it's got a nice kick to it, so do not underestimate the power of that moonshine, baby, because it'll have you on your ass. Next, you're going to add the espresso martini cut water, and that's literally all you have to add to this drink besides the filler. And if you want the non-alcoholic version, you can just get an iced coffee with a butter pecan creamer. And now we finna shake them, and do not be shy because the drink is, after all, called Bust-a-Nut. Do what you're supposed to do. And then next, we're going to fill the inside of the cup with caramel syrup and chocolate syrup. I feel like it gave it a nice extra razzle dazzle that the drink was missing, and it turned out perfect. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And as always, nigga, drink responsibly.
So welcome, guys. We're on season 5, episode 1. Sip and Speak. How y'all feeling? Another season under the book. Cause you got to know.
Y'all see all that caramel?
Girl, when I tell you my caramel was drowning.
Oh, that look good.
And I put some chocolate. So we got the drink of the night, y'all. And we gonna call this drink Bust-a-Nut.
Just in case y'all didn't hear what she said Bust-a-Nut.
One word, by the way.
Not Nate doing the hand motion. It wouldn't be right.
So basically, the ingredients are super simple. Get you some caramel syrup, chocolate syrup. Get you some cut water espresso martini or chocolate espresso martini or white Russian. And get you some butter pecan moonshine. You ain't got to buy a big ass jar. You can get you the little jar. Mix them hoes up, shake it up. Or if you like your shit stirred, that's your business. And that's your drink. You just basically swirl the syrup, the chocolate syrup, and the caramel syrup all on in the inside. Super easy, but it's good. Think of it like an iced coffee.
Chocolate.
So
that's exactly what it gives.
Okay, so I want to start this off. I told y'all I wanted to talk to y'all about a situation. I need y'all thoughts and opinions, all right? Okay, so my daughter went camping, right? And she asked if my niece can go with her. Me personally, I didn't want my niece to go because for the last 3 months, she ain't been talking to her brother. I mean, her dad, which is my brother. They've been having their issues or whatever, right? But now all of a sudden, on something, now she's like, ooh, Dad, can I go camping? And at first he was like, no. But then he switched it up and was like, you know what? I'm gonna let her go, and then when she get back, we're gonna work on our relationship.
Mm.
All right, whatever, fine. Don't go out there being disrespectful. Behave yourself, and have fun. The first day of her leaving, her going, I get a call from my daughter saying that Jordan ain't listening, and that she pretty much is like, I don't have to listen to you, right? So me and my mom are like, we about to go drive down there, go get her. Like, what you mean? But not so my baby daddy was like, nah, it's kid stuff, don't worry about it. We, let her stay, whatever. Cool. So she stays. This morning, not even this morning, this afternoon, I get a message from her dad, which is my baby daddy, talking about, I want to give you an update on the situation that happened. Besides the first incident that happened of her not wanting to listen to certain instructions, there was a disagreement between her and my daughter. And my niece decided to slap my daughter in the face. Mind you, I got on the phone and instantly called my niece and was like, so what happened between you and Nylia? And she goes, well, we were having a discussion. She hit me with a pillow, so I slapped her. She hit you with a pillow and you thought it was okay to open hand slap my daughter? And she was just like, yep. Like, I don't care attitude, like. And so I lightweight flashed on her. Like, I'm going to come in there swinging a pillow and I dare you to hit me. And she was like, mm-hmm. Like, my niece is 11, but she got this attitude like she's 15. And I'm ready to literally meet her little ass. Like, I even had to tell her brother, my brother, you might want to get your child. Because if I get her, it's going to be an issue between me and you. So, for adult to adult, parent to parent, check your child before I have to. Am I wrong for going home later and smacking her with a pillow and seeing she do something?
No.
Mink a pillow on each side.
I'm coming in. Literally, instead of one, I was going to have two pillows and come in and just be like, what's up? Bow, bow. Do something.
But I don't like when, because we all been there when we were kids, where they will pick on someone specifically and they'll rough that individual up just off the premise of they not going to do nothing back. But what you going to do when that quiet one actually finally mink your ass back and now you running to me crying about it?
Uh-huh.
Because
my daughter's not confrontational.
That's what I'm saying. And they always
not confrontational.
Yeah, and they always pick on the one that's not confrontational.
And my niece when they like snap, she can fight everybody. My niece is like, I can fight grown ass men. Girl.
See, listen. I had my mom's boyfriend, I believe it's his cousin's daughter or whatever. We grew up and she used to be the one that, because I was the quiet one growing up. And I'd be like, play fighting. I would lose a play fight all the time because it's funny to me. I'm going to laugh through it. It's a joke. We're not really fighting. Mm-hmm. One day, my brother said, you need to leave me alone before I get my sister to whip your ass. She was used to me losing those play fights. She said, she ain't gonna do nothing to me. I quietly put my plate in the kitchen. And when I said we went 10 rounds, we went 10 rounds. And I whooped her ass every single round. I tore up everything in my household. I called my mama. I said, Mama, when you come back to this house, make sure you got 2 ambulances for her. And she kept hollering out, my mama told me not to give up till I win. You're not going to win. You thought because I was quiet, you was going to one-up me, bitch. I whooped your ass not once but 10 times.
My niece has this idea in her brain, like, that she's untouchable. She ain't got her ass whooped.
That's what it is.
And she feels like because she ain't got her ass whooped, she's gotten away with a lot of things that
fuck around and find out.
Checked. And today she gonna fuck around and find out, because how dare you put your hands on my child after she invited you to go somewhere and then you turned around and got disrespectful?
Yeah,
And
you
then
could have hit her
not
out
only
with, you could
that,
have hit her with a pillow back.
and then the daddy calling about it.
Right. Right. And in all honesty, me and my mom had to, like, we don't like my baby daddy. And that's no, we don't. But what we not finna do is allow anybody to be disrespectful. You went with him. He invited you to go somewhere with his side of the family, my child, and you out there being disrespectful. No, I may not like him from a 10-foot pole, but you're not going to be disrespectful to that man, period, point blank. And I say the same thing to my own child. I don't like your daddy, but you are not going to be disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I have my issues with him. You have yours, but you can have yours and be respectful about it.
Facts.
True. There's a way to communicate without being disrespectful. And I think that's the challenge as kids.
And then she called my baby a punk ass crybaby. Oh my God. First of all, I don't want to punch you in your mouth just because you got a disrespectful ass mouth. And ain't nobody popped her in her mouth for it. I bet you she got popped one good time and started bleeding. Just because you got that lip and that tooth in the right spot, just one flick. I bet you she won't do it again.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what these kids be needing. You're not finna be talking like that. And definitely not to her, especially if she's a quiet girl and stuff. You're not finna sit here and bully your cousin. Yeah, fuck you thought this was. And definitely not my child.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you my niece.
Different.
You my niece, and I love you to death. And I will fight for you the same way that I'm fighting for my child. But at the end of the day, that's my child. My child.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Niece or not. I'm not finna let nobody put their hands on my baby. And being that you my niece, being that you related to me, I could put hands on you. And let you know I don't play when it comes to certain people, bro. I don't. And my mama and my daughter are one of the number 2 people on my list. I don't play about. Period.
Right.
I will fight this entire world over them 2.
As you should. I think we all like that with our mamas. And well, I ain't got no kid. Well, Loki counts. I don't play by Loki.
Fat though. Like I'm not about to sit here. I will boot another motherfucking dog when it come to my dog.
No, facts.
Who you feeling froggy with? I taught my dog how to usher.
Come on now. Don't play.
Loki know how to give you a nice little 2-piece if you need that.
Now, what's even crazier about that, right? My baby daddy also said to me that even with everything that happened, he still wants my niece, to do stuff with them and go places with them. Yeah. It'll be a cold day in hell before my niece go anywhere with anybody.
I would say, I'll put it this way though: give it another go, but discipline her first.
She for sure. She
you know what I'm saying? Like discipline first, then let's give it. We always don't count the trial run. The trial run, somebody bound to fuck up. But like after that, if you fuck up, it's cut off completely, indefinitely.
Like I don't play that. I don't play kids being disrespectful. I had to check a random kid one day. This was back when my nephew was playing football, and I seen one of his teammates in the parking lot cussing his mama out, and he was one of my nephew's teammates. So I said, I don't know who you thought you was talking to, but whatever your mama's telling you to do, you better do it right now. And then I said, and I'm telling your coach that you out here cussing your mama out.
And she let it happen?
She's in the car screaming at him, don't cuss at me. First of all, you better stop cussing at your mama. Get whatever she told you to get and get on the field. And I walked into the field and I told his coach, boy think it's good to be outside in the parking lot cussing his mama out. Because he got in trouble for something that happened at school. Huh?
Yes. She was palm colored.
Yeah.
I would have reached in that back seat.
And the coach was like, oh, okay. Thank you for telling me.
And I love when a parent when a kid is acting up and another parent step in and you say some shit, because it's been a couple times where I done seen a kid acting up and I'm gonna get on your ass and then I'm gonna keep it pushing. You don't talk to your mama
Yeah.
like that. You don't treat your mama like that. You respect your mother, especially when it comes to these younger kids. And a lot of these parents need to not be scared of their children, because I do see like some of these parents, fuck a gentle parent. You have to put that shit to the side sometimes, and you got to be a roughneck hood nigga. I don't give a fuck if you white.
Gentle
A roughneck
parents are
hood
for
nigga with them
gentle
fucking kids.
kids. Gentle parenting is for gentle kids.
Say it
Sometimes
again.
you gotta create a different formula for you, depending on how your kid is. Sometimes
You
you gotta
y'all seen them videos of people doing that whole like, hey, can you pick up your toys, please? I asked you to pick up your toys, please. Get your ass up and pick up the toys, and then they start fucking getting it. It's really sad that when I say please 3 times, I get no response. But the minute I start yelling and cussing and my voice gets to a level 4, now all of a sudden, why you yelling? You didn't hear me when I was talking.
When Zenaya was little, I used the teddy bear method. And I did it when she was eating. When she wouldn't eat her food, when I would make the teddy bear refuse like how she would, and I beat the shit out the teddy bear. I beat the shit out the teddy bear. And then I asked the teddy bear to eat, and they were, that's yummy. And I did the same thing to Zenaya afterwards. Zenaya did, she didn't refuse her food no more. She ate that shit. She knew what was gonna happen if she refused it one more time.
I'm with you. I see the formulating.
Sometimes it takes for them to be scared to do what the fuck they need to do. In this room with her cleaning her room up, clean your room up. I give you 5 chances. I will even give you to the end of the day.
5.
I gave her 5 chances at one point, and that's very. And it's be like, I really do be picking and choosing my battles, because sometimes if I'm not in the mood, I'm gonna let it be. But at the end of the day, that room needs to be clean. And when she'll sit there and get the crying, oh, I'll go in there and turn the fuck up. And you don't like me because I get petty. I may not hit you. I'm gonna be real petty and I'm gonna match your energy. And she hates that.
You got as many chances as it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop with me, goddammit.
So I noticed that with my child, when she don't want to listen, and I ask her to do something 50 million times and she don't listen, I do that same thing to her. When she asks me 50 million times, can you take me to the store? Can we go here? Can we do this? I just act like I don't hear her. And she be like, Mom, did you hear me? And I'm like, huh? What'd you say? Like, it irks her.
It don't feel good. Do it.
Irks her nerves. And I'll be like, see, had you responded to me when I said to you the first time, you would have got a response the first time you asked me a question. And she's all like, really, Mom? That's so annoying. Yeah, I bet it is. Now get out of my face.
It's the really, Mom, that's so annoying, because this little 6-year-old be doing that shit to me too. And I'm like, but if you expect me to do something for you, why you can't do what I'm asking you to do the first time I asked you to do it? It's so simple. I asked you to do something. Matter of fact, I tell you to do something. You do it. You ask me to do something, I may do it.
And I heard Nate have these conversations with Zenaya too. She's definitely had these conversations.
Like, girl, make it easy for yourself. Mm-hmm. You want to be hard all the time, and then you want to think that I'm gonna sit here and be, oh my God, I'm so sorry because you start crying. I don't give a fuck. And then I'm a petty ass mama. How many times I gotta tell you? She cried to me yesterday about her charger being broke. That's not my problem. That's not my charger. My phone is on the charger right now. I don't give a fuck about your tablet being dead. She was so mad. I said,
but what's so crazy? Why is she crying to you to charge her iPad when she literally has hands and feet to do it herself?
With multiple outlets in her room, multiple places to put it on the charger, and then you get mad at me because it's not charged like it's my response. And then she tell me it is your responsibility. I'm your child. I don't give a fuck.
But you know why? Because you set that standard.
No, I never did that shit with that tablet. You put that shit on a charger.
You ain't never did it for.
Listen, I put that tablet on a charger at night. If I catch it, I will put it on at night. So when I get up in the morning, if I got something to do, don't bother me. When I want her to have it, I make sure it's charged. Absolutely, yeah. When I intend on not being bothered.
So she took it as, you know how a kid
Any other
works?
time,
Oh, she put my shit on the charger when I go to sleep and I wake up and it's just fully charged. So guess what I expect? When I wake up, that bitch better be 100%. That's what she said.
and guess
Listen,
what?
you at
It
an age
won't
now.
start
If you want it to
random.
be charged when you wake up, you better make sure that motherfucker on the charger before you go to bed.
I would just stop doing it
And
as a
that's
whole.
And that's what I be telling her is you're at that age now. You're about to be 7 come February. You're going to the first grade. So now things are different. I stopped
Yeah.
cleaning her room up because last year I used to clean her room up when she was in TK. She used to come home every day to her room be cleaned up no matter how it looked when she went to school. It would be spotless clean. On Fridays, she know it was getting mopped, the walls was getting washed, all the shit. As she started to get older, you're going to learn to do this yourself. You have that responsibility of doing it. She told me the other day she wanted $65 so she could buy whatever she wanted to buy. You want $65? Here we go. Clean up your room every day for 5 days. And until I get paid, clean up this room. You don't know when I get paid. You just know it's next week. Clean your room up. And it has to be without me telling you to do it. That was the kicker for her. Without me telling her to. Do you know I was in there cleaning my bathroom? Next thing you know, I see her walking around with the broom. Next thing you know, she got the fucking mop.
Period.
She mopped that motherfucking floor real good. When I say real good, she said, Mom, am I doing it right? I said, yeah. I said, you see how when you want something, I can't just give you money just to give you the money. But if you work for it and all you have to do is clean your room and you don't sleep in that motherfucker, so it really shouldn't be fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm
these
telling you,
kids.
and that's a good reward. It feel good when you earn your shit because then it carries over into your adult years of like, I earned that shit. So it feel even better because I put in the work to
I
get
be
that.
trying to tell my baby and my niece and nephews that like when you earn something, it has more value. You cherish it more. You take care of it better. Like for example, when I bought my first pair of Jordans, do you know how crispy and clean and I made sure that if I got any I made sure them things stayed clean because I bought them shoes. I earned these shoes. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
nobody gave them to me. Nobody bought them for me. I did that. Just like with my first car, I bought that. What you mean? It means something. It means it hits different, and they don't understand that. They be like, yeah. Can I get? No, you didn't hear nothing I just said.
And that be my thing is, especially with this little girl, she's getting to a point where she doesn't want anything else. Like I tried to surprise her with a hug. That girl said that she turned around and texted me. That was the surprise. That's not no surprise. A surprise is something I've been wanting for a long time and don't have. I said, oh, you wanted money, huh? She said, duh. I said, I want that room clean. Duh. Go clean that room up. You want money.
I told my nephew asked my mom for $120. And I said, nephew, you know what I just did? I just turned in 3 months worth of recycling and made $130. He was all like, what? Yeah. I just made $130 by collecting bottles and cans. He was like, oh. I was like, yeah, it took a little bit of time, but you see, the more you wait and the more you collect, the more money you have.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Even if you turned in 2 bags every week, you let that stack, it adds up.
I agree. And
Y'all
speaking
keep asking for money, y'all better earn y'all shit.
So speaking of kids, right? I'm gonna just give you the background scenario before I give you the question. So there is a singing group called the Womack Sisters, right? And they are the daughters of Bobby Womack's brother and Sam Cooke's daughter. They had these 3 girls together. Voices amazing, beautiful, right? And there are people getting on them for shit that Bobby Womack did to Sam Cooke. So they're like,
the kids.
They're like, I don't know how y'all use the Womack last name after what Bobby Womack did to Sam Cooke, because basically
that ain't got nothing to do with them.
Thank you. So like after Sam Cooke died, Bobby Womack had gotten with Sam Cooke's wife and then married her, like right after he died. And that's like the whole situation about how fans feel and shit. But my thing is, they don't have nothing. They weren't even born around the time all this bullshit was happening. So my question to y'all is, how do you feel about kids inheriting drama that came before them and they get blamed for the drama?
That's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good.
It don't have
It's
nothing
not
to do with
fair.
them.
Now I got mental issues because you suffered. I gotta suffer because of your mistakes. That's not fair.
Thank you. Weren't even born. But I'm like, that's not even here. Just for common sense, the daddy last name is fucking Womack, first of all. So they can't use their government last name for the sake of what the fuck they uncle did to their grandfather.
It'll be different. It'll be different if like they were born and
knew.
Not even because even if they were born during all that drama, that still ain't got nothing to do with them.
My point. And it's stupid to me because everybody that got something to say, I bet y'all don't change your last name with your deadbeat daddies. And what your daddy did to your mama and X, Y, and Z, but I bet y'all still got their last name.
And carry it well.
Married.
Carry it proudly.
Hey, look. I might get flamed for this, but Beyonce's kids got Jay-Z's last name and he did all kind of fucked up shit.
Allegedly.
I might get flamed for that. But you know what?
Don't do ho.
Hey, look, I'm gonna get flamed for that.
You
but
see
you know
how
what?
her face just turned?
I will sit comfortably in that heat because I said what I said. Period, point blank.
Whatever.
I love Beyonce. I do. But I ain't crazy about her like I ain't a B fan. I mean,
you don't gotta be, but a real one recognize talent. That's all I'm gonna say.
I respect Beyonce.
You ain't gotta like her, but you can at least respect the craft.
I respect
the talent
her,
is there.
Absolutely. She is as an individual, she's amazing. That nigga though?
Yeah, like I like to separate them because I'm like, you gotta think, they didn't really start being around each other until she was 19 years old. So whatever the fuck Hov did ain't really had shit to do with her.
Hey, do y'all feel like he has something to do with Aaliyah's death?
No. No, I don't.
Do you feel like she died?
But I do feel like I feel like management has something to do with it for the sake of she had expressed, because Dame Dash has said that she had expressed that she did not want to get on that plane. Keep in mind that plane was overfilled. Not only with equipment, but with people. And they gave her something to go to sleep and put her on that fucking plane. So do I blame Hov? No. But I blame the people that was around her trying to get her on that plane. Okay. And I hope one day Dame Dash can put all that shit on the table.
Do you think that if Aaliyah was still alive, that Beyonce would be as big as she is?
Yes, but because Aaliyah is strictly R&B, Beyonce is not. Two different categories. But it wasn't Aaliyah did not stop the success of Destiny's Child. So I know for a fact it wouldn't have stopped the success of Beyonce even if she was alive. They two different people. That's like saying, is Diana Ross going to outshine Aretha Franklin? Two great women in their own caliber, but Diana Ross wasn't just R&B. Diana Ross tapped into pop, disco. Aretha was soul, R&B soul. I don't really think she had that many disco hits, but it was more R&B soul, churchy. Two different calibers, but great artists. But you can't be like, without one, there wouldn't be the other. It's the same thing with Aaliyah and Beyonce.
I see that. I do feel like if Aaliyah was still alive, she would have branched out a little bit more. It would have been, it would, I wouldn't say necessarily the competition of Beyonce and Aaliyah, but I feel like they would probably be neck and neck, honestly.
I feel like they would collab more than they would be against each
I was
other.
just about to ask that, dude. Like, how would you feel about, like, if they did do a collab, if she was still alive? Like, I feel like that would be fire.
It would have been a thing, because if you think about it, early 2000s collabs was the thing.
That's like Monica and Brandy.
But you peep how we're bringing the collabs back a lot more, specifically with R&B. Not talking about hip hop, because hip hop, they always fucking collab. But R&B specifically, we're getting a lot, like they're bringing the culture of collabing back. And I feel like they would have thrived back then just as much as they would now if she was alive. Same way like with Selena. Selena would have been in her fucking bag. Do you hear me? She would have dove into hip hop.
That would have been fire. That would have
I would have lived.
What generation has the best R&B playlist?
Which era?
Yeah, which era?
R&B?
Yeah.
70s. And then I would say 90s.
You're an old head though. I gotta remember that. You're an old head.
But actual factual, I would say 70s, then 90s, then 80s. No, I wouldn't even put 80s. I would go 70s, 90s, early 2000s, then 80s. Me. Now you got your 80s babies that's like, fuck no, the 80s was the best year. But stop the crap. Y'all know 90s was that shit. Please stop.
What the?
Let's be for real. But
you
me
said
personally,
the 90s?
Yeah, 90s comes number 2, but I would definitely say the 70s influenced the beautiful creation we got in the 90s. Because the 80s had its own sound, but you've seen a lot of sampling in the 90s of songs in the 70s. So I feel like you needed the 70s to get what we got then. What do you think?
You know me, and it's hard because I feel like, I don't know now, I feel like the 90s for sure, but then again, I'd be like, it's a little bit biased because I am a 90s baby. So it's like, of course I'm gonna say 90s. I grew up in the 90s, you feel me? But I definitely, I don't care. I don't know, that's kind of hard because I love the 2000s too, but I don't. It's something about the older generations though that definitely brings in for hours because
the older generation, they were saying something. They were it made you feel. It made you like, man, like you felt that. You know what I mean? Even when you were singing, you sung them songs with your whole body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the era.
All about like sex and all of that. And it's like, where's the feeling? I don't what?
Like they discreetly talked about sex, but with the exception of a couple of artists like Major Harris with "Love Won't Let Me Wait." That was a whole orgy in the goddamn song. But like lyric wise,
you said that. I'm sitting here nodding like I know who that is.
You know something?
I did too.
Let me wait.
I'm mad because I think I've heard that song before. It's yeah.
And she was moaning. She was moaning all in the song.
Before I know.
Alexis's playlist. Alexis did put me on some old school 70s R&B. I ain't gonna lie. Like she didn't put me on. So I'm like, okay.
We used to listen to Barry White together in high school.
That's that grown and sexy right there for sure.
Remember we used to listen to Barry White in high school?
Yep. Gerald Levert. Yeah.
Love some Gerald Levert. Down.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. My favorite song right now that I've been like every like 5th song is Casanova. I don't know why, but that song is in my head.
It's the beat. It's the flow. It make you want to dance.
I start singing that shit randomly in my head. Like I was in training today, just randomly and then the trainer called on me and I was like, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
My bad.
When the music too good and you get distracted. So
It be like that.
question about dating.
Mm.
How many dates ideally should a man take a woman on or girl on? Fuck. How many dates ideally should a man or a woman take a woman or man on before they agree to sleep together?
Before they what?
Agree to sleep together.
90 days.
Why? So number of dates doesn't matter to you. The amount of days matters.
You gotta go 90 days before I can be intimate with you.
That's just a little rule of thumb of it. Just what is it within the 90 days?
But I haven't lived that all the time. You know what I mean?
So
I've done it.
within those 90 days, we had to have had gone on a couple of dates and had certain conversations, and within those 90 days I will be able to determine if this is a right fit for me.
So how many dates would you expect to have gone on within those 90 days?
Honestly, it's not really about the amount of dates, it's really about the quality of the dates.
Okay. I like that.
You know what I
But
mean? Because we can go on, like, let's say 90 days is 3 months. So if we go on a date, one date per month, but we talk and we, communicate on the in between, then the amount of dates don't matter. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're trying to spend time with me, that makes a difference. It shows me that you are interested. It shows me that you are here for the long run. You know what I mean? But if there's like schedule a situation or something like that, and we can only get to one date a month, but we still talk on the in between, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What you think, May?
I like that. I was gonna say I don't think it's the amount of dates because I have it like the like a 90-day thing. For me, it's like it depends on what I'm getting from the person. So it'd be like, even if it's like something, or if I want to do it, however the person is, but I think it depends more so, like Vic said, within the quality of time versus how many dates, because 9 times out of 10 there should be that communication in between the dates. And it depends, like it could be one date a month, or it could be if you have more time. Because I know for me, I'd be like, well, I don't have that time because of life, Zenai, my daughter, and stuff like that. So, I don't know. And I'm gonna be honest, just off my past experience, it was literally just off of,
the feeling.
not to say it like that, but it has been off of the vibe, the feeling, the energy. If I feel like, this is something that I want to engage in, or there's been times where I'd be like, you'll not touch me. You will never touch me. And it'd be like, sometimes like,
and that's tough. It's tough to be in because so often as women we'll say, fuck that whole, we just vibing. We want intention. But sometimes when it comes to intimacy, we be vibing too. You know what I mean? So it's like, are we really standing behind some of the shit that's said? Not saying we have said that, you know what I mean, and haven't lived it. But like, you get what I'm saying?
I'll be honest, I think in one of my recent past experiences, it was a moment where I was already like, I went through a almost 3-year period of not having sex, period. And that was also while I was getting to know somebody. And there was no pressure on anything with him. I had gotten to a point after, I want to say it was almost a year of talking to that person. And then I had finally got to a point like, I want to see what you're about on that type of level. And then it happened a year later after all the intention, all of the everything. It was just like, I think it was more so my mindset of I'm not ready to open up to somebody on that level right now. I just want to make sure, I just want to see where it goes and how it flows. And it eventually flowed that way.
For me, I'm gonna put it this way. I'm gonna say after 6 dates, I'm gonna try to see what the fuck going on.
You said
Ideally,
you what? After 6 dates,
you know,
what?
ideally, if I could really live it in the way I would want to, I'd be like 6 dates, because you should be having, in my mind, 2 dates a month.
I was about to, that was going to be my next question to you. How often
That's
would the
still
dates be?
that's
But
still
that's all I
90
was
days.
saying. But I'm saying within that time, I would want that many dates.
Okay, question, Alexis, because you're getting married, right? How many dates did you and Harvey go on before y'all were intimate?
We actually, granted, we're in 2 different states, so we did a couple of dates before we actually like officially had sex, because we started dating late summer, made it official October. We're intimate for the first time December. So that
Of
that, that
last
kind of
year?
it kind of match up.
Of last year?
hmm
Okay.
It kind of match up, actually. Now that I'm doing the numbers, that do kind of match up with the time frame of
Yeah.
like that 3 months, because it was like, yeah, it was late summer that interest was expressed, and then it was like, okay, like I'm feeling you. You know what I mean? But we didn't just jump into it. We had an understanding in the beginning of, hey, I'm talking to other people. I'm sure you are too. But should the moment arise that you're like, hey, I want to be just exclusive with you, we can have that discussion, and I'll cut them off. And that's what happened. Because sometimes you really got to ask yourself, who are you going? I don't feel like there's anything wrong with dating multiple people, but you really got to sit with yourself and say, who are you going to feel some type of way about not being in your life if you were to choose a different direction? Would you
See,
feel some type of way at the end of it all? And I was like, hell yeah, I would feel some type of way if nah, I couldn't do it. So I definitely was like, yeah, it's hard for me.
oh no, I'm weird because I can't date multiple people.
It teaches you, it helps me catch red flags that I may not see in one but can see in the other, so that if you're trying to hide it over here, I now know what that looked like because I've seen it in my face over here. It helped me navigate who was bullshitting. Process of elimination, because I don't want to waste. Like, to me, it was like, look, I ain't getting no young. I don't want to waste my time. Let me try to do something that I don't normally do, because normally I buckle down on one individual and that's it. This was the first time I really felt like I gave myself a complete full shot of date different people, quality people, not just no bullshitters and fillers, but date these quality men. And just because they quality men on the outside don't mean what's going on inside is of quality. But at least when you date in multiple, you can kind of peek characteristic for those that are secretive about it and those that are just upfront and out about it. I learned a thing or two with their asses. Hence why
I
I didn't
think
cut the
a lot of the
motherfucking crap.
times when it comes to dating, people have forgotten that dating isn't just about being exclusive with one person. I think at some point we lost the plot, as these new people be saying, you lost the plot. Dating has always been meant, dating, and the way that I look at it, stepping outside of what we're used to, dating is meant to be with multiple people, and that is how you're supposed to know what it is that you actually want in a person, versus having to go through heartbreak and being with somebody for 5 years, and then you learn like, oh, that's not even, you're supposed to go through the people, and then within those people, they'll start to eliminate themselves, or you eliminate, and you figure out like, okay, I want to be with you because you hold these qualities that I'm looking for, or you help me realize that these are the qualities that I'm looking for. And in my past, I would date one person. There would be times where I've had dated multiple people, but then and I had the mindset of like, oh, I feel like I'm cheating on one, or I will also be like, I just don't have time to entertain multiple people because it becomes overwhelming for me personally when I deal with multiple people. But I have gotten to a place where that's something I want to do. Like I don't want to be focused on just one person. I want to know my options. I want to know within getting to know myself, because I went through the process of knowing myself now, apply what I've learned about myself to dating, and find those people and then weave through them like, okay, you're not
And
that.
the rule
You're
of
not that.
thumb, to dating multiple people is time management. I'm not double booking shit. If you want to date on Saturday, cool. I'm not free on Saturday. So you're gonna have to catch me on a dinner time, a brunch day. We doing an activity on a different day. You catch me on your break during the weekday, something, but it's really time management for real. And
And
sometimes
also,
it forces you not to give all of your time and all your eggs in a basket with one individual,
mhm,
because this person hitting you up. So you don't want to, like, in the beginning it was uncomfortable, but after a while I was like, oh, this is really not bad. Like it's
mhm,
really not hard. But at some point you're gonna see who's of quality and who's investing into getting to know you,
mhm,
and who just wants you there as a filler. Because
yeah.
I don't know,
And
and then you wonder why you like will be scared to want to date after the fact. Is because we threw all our eggs in one basket for one motherfucker, and now we scared to date,
mhm,
and that is
mhm.
just not the way to be.
Yeah. And then also with that too, with dating multiple people, that does not mean having sex with everybody that you're dealing with.
Hello,
And I think that's a
That's
lot
too
of the
many different
times that is
energies.
misconfused. Yeah. And I'm very big on soul ties and things like that. A lot of the times people get that they mix that together. When you're dating multiple people, you don't have to be sleeping with anybody to be so real. You don't have to sleep with either one of the men or the women. Or if you choose that you want to be on that point, do that. But then you don't have to tell people your business, but you can let it be known like, I'm single, but I do have somebody that I'm sleeping with, depending on how this goes. However, if that's how you choose, but be real. But you don't have to be sleeping with John, Joe, and James. That's when you're a hoe. Sorry to say it like that, but don't do that. Especially because nowadays a lot of men and women too, I will not exclude the women, but a lot of people these days don't believe in using rubbers. It could be your first day meeting somebody, and here y'all go fucking raw. Do you know that man's background, that woman's background? Next thing you know, you out here burning.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh.
we've all made mistakes.
That's
You know what I
another
mean?
reason
Like
why
we
I'm a
went
hard.
wrong with a nigga we shouldn't have went wrong with. We all been there.
Boy, oh
But
boy.
I tell you what, changed my whole outlook on life after it take one time for me to understand I ain't fucking with it.
Cause don't play with me, don't play with my life. And I think now I've experienced something that I wouldn't even want my worst enemy to experience, because when it comes down to STDs, people really be like, they consider a STI, which is a sexually transmitted infection. They like to sit here and say everything is a STD. It's
It's
not. You guys
not.
have to know the difference of the STI and the STD. I will not play around with my life. I don't give a damn if you gave me an STI. In my book, that to me, I'm flagging that as, you can give me an STD. And I have a kid. I ain't playing, even without a kid. I'm not
Yep.
playing with my life like that. Don't play with my life like that. Be so real. If you fucking with me and we fucking wrong, If you're fucking somebody else, that's totally fine, but wrap that shit the fuck up.
And an
Wrap it
STI
up.
to me is you don't take care of your body. And I'm not talking externally, I'm talking internally too. Because the shit you consume creates yeast and all these other things. And you wonder why you got a yeast infection and all these other
Because a lot
things.
of
Like,
men be thinking they don't get yeast infections. Men get yeast infections just as well as women get yeast infections and BV and all these things. And people be having a miss thing. Because I be, on TikTok and stuff, and people be, oh, you got BV, or I had BV, and this is that. You don't always get BV from messing with somebody. You can get that from being unhygienic. Like, did I say that right?
say,
The drink kicking in. I'm sorry.
hey, that's why we call the drink bust a nut.
It didn't sound right coming out of my mouth, but like,
No
your
pun
hygiene is
intended.
not on point, and I would not, I would kid you not to be so personal, TMI, but what is this, July, June, August, I don't know, a couple months ago, whatever month that was, it wasn't too far ago, but my body
Springtime. It
just
is all
like,
kind of spring.
I had my period, and then after my period had came off, my body just felt so off to me, and I started cramping. I was like, this isn't normal. I already had my cycle. I shouldn't be cramping like that. I booked an appointment so motherfucking quick, and my doctor was like, girl, all your tests came back negative. Like, you're good. She said, what happened? What's wrong? Because, me and my doctor, we real close. And I was like, well, I had unprotected sex, and then I just started feeling weird, and I had my period, and this is that. She was like, she started laughing at me and was like, girl, you just like me. We don't play about our body. As soon as we know this one thing is off, we in here. I said, yeah, and I'd rather know that I don't have anything and everything's good than to be like, okay, my body was just adjusting to something different, or my body is just, it's something within my body and naturally. Because I was like, I made sure I was this. I said I was going to the gym. I told her, I said I had a lazy moment where I went to the gym and I was so tired I couldn't get in the shower right away. It took me a minute before I did get in the shower. She was like, that's understandable. And I'm like, was that it? Like, what? I'm on it. Like, I'm not playing. When it comes to my health, I don't ever want to be in a situation where it's like, I'm like, okay, no, I'm good. And then the whole time I'm something's wrong, or I really do have something. I'd rather know. I the whole time I was not having sex for them 2.5 years, I was still getting tested every 3 months, knowing I wasn't doing nothing, still getting tested. I'm not playing. Some stuff you don't know right away. Some stuff symptoms don't hit right away. It takes some time to kick in and shit like that. And being in the medical field, knowing the medical, I don't play. I really want to make sure. And it's like, you talk about, I want to know, I want to see I don't want to just verbally hear it. I want to see it. Let me see your history. Because if you may be clean right now, but you stayed last year, you stayed back to back with something, that lets me know I can't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
And my first scare,
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say my first scare was a couple years ago, and I was dealing with somebody, and he texted me and told me he had something. And the way that I freaked out, the doctor then, she was like, I retested you like twice already. I said, well, test it again. They kept coming back negative, but I said, test it again just to make sure, maybe triple positive. It's nothing. Like, no.
From your state. Yes.
You feel me? We don't play like that.
Are sensitive. You know what I mean? So it's the same way, like, if you're going down there to give head, your oral hygiene is just as important as your private parts. Okay?
Yeah.
Just as important.
Yeah.
That saliva you transmitting and all the things. Yeah, be mindful of that.
I think a couple episodes back I asked about like morning head. And I asked that because like when you ain't got up and brushed your teeth yet, don't.
I don't know. Sometimes you be in the heat of the moment. I don't know.
In the heat of the moment, go brush your teeth. Because if I look at your tongue, if your tongue is white, if your tongue is germy, you don't touch me.
I don't know. I'll be in the heat of the moment. Sometimes my horniness takes over my responsibilities.
Love that.
I don't know.
Love that. But I'd be damned. You got some shit going on in that mouth of yours, and you want to put that shit on me. I'd be damned.
Vic, have you ever did morning sex? or did gave him more than head?
No.
Oh,
Just the evening person.
let me brush my teeth and brush my tongue first.
Just for it to get dirty again?
Hell, I rather it be clean and I do it than it be dirty and you get something. I don't want to transmit. I don't want to give you nothing now. Make
Because
sure I'm at the dentist. Make sure.
it can go both ways though, person, because think about it like this.
I ain't gave no more
You got
head
some
either.
people that's like, let me just get him to bust this nut real quick and then I'm gonna go brush my teeth, right? You got them people. Then you
I'll
got
give
them
you a
like,
morning
hold on,
kiss.
hold on. But then you got them people that will brush their teeth, give you head, but don't brush their teeth after the fact. So does it make one better than the other?
Baby, I'm brushing my teeth out. If it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, if it's 11 o'clock at night, I am brushing my teeth after I give you head. And see, the way that I look at it, not as just being naturally like trying to be clean about it, but then I also look at it like I have a daughter. My daughter loves to give me kisses and is in my face. I don't want to be in her face with dick breath.
I didn't know there was breath to dick breath. I didn't know that was a thing.
Baby, you suck some
Dick
good dick.
breath.
You got that.
I ain't never
You
heard of
suck.
I ain't never heard of no dick breath.
If you sucking dick, your breath gonna smell like his dick. Like, what
But
you mean?
dick
You
doesn't.
never heard of dick breath.
But pause.
It
Dick
smells
doesn't
like
even.
dick.
Dick doesn't smell like
It's
nothing but flesh. Like it's meat. Like it's just it.
exactly.
But it don't smell
Exactly.
like nothing.
And
It
then you
smells
have
like
that
him.
saliva. It smells
No,
like
but if he's
it
clean,
has a
well, I would
even
hope.
if he's clean.
I
Even
would.
if he's clean, it's still I have even
There's a
if he's
sex
clean.
smell.
Listen, my favorite person. Well, I won't say my favorite person, but I used to be like, I miss the way it tastes. Like, I want that because I want the way it tastes, like your dick tastes good. Like, let me not go there. but, but it's a certain taste that there is, and it's like just as much as a woman has that natural smell, and it's a natural smell from a woman, a man has that same thing too, and you would have that on you. I don't want my daughter to ever be like, Mama, why your breath smell like that? Like, my daughter, she's getting to a point where she's on me about everything, and she
I don't
will
know. Like the
never
niggas
smell.
I've gone down on. They smell like what they bathed in. So
Did they just fucking bathe?
does that mean they thoroughly clean themselves? Cause I'm not sucking sweaty dick.
You ain't sucking dick after like y'all go somewhere, y'all do something, and then you make him get in the
Rarely,
shower before you suck dick.
rarely. I would say 80% of the time we're bathing before we do that. Because
So
I'm
take
gonna
me
tell you
back.
why. Because I had an instance where one of my exes. I
I'm gonna
went.
take a sip. Hold on, let me take a sip.
Okay.
My cup empty, and I don't have no more alcohol.
I love that.
Mine is a little shot. I might have poured a little bit too much moonshine in my cup.
No, but one of my
It's a little
exes,
strong.
like that nigga had a big booty. So I don't think he was really thoroughly cleaning his booty because when I went down there, I was like, oh, like I don't even smell. Like I smell your ass. Can't. No. Uh, Pause. You got too much ass back here not to clean that much. That bitch clap when you walk. Nigga, clean that shit.
That is not okay. That is not okay.
So when he was clapping cheeks, was it the both of y'all clapping?
It was that. Victoria like her chocolate motherfucker. That's what it is.
I don't really have a preference. Okay, so look, I don't have a preference. I don't necessarily have a type. I'm not gonna lie, I don't. Like, I'm not gonna say looks don't matter, but it's more. It is really for me the vibe, like, because I didn't
What's the vibe?
talk to people
I need a
that other people are
definition.
like, ugh, but I'm like, hey, we vibing.
What's the definition of a vibe to you though? Like,
If I can have conversations with you for more than 30 minutes, if you and I can, because I'm goofy, so I'm easy. Like, I'm sorry, let me not say that because that didn't sound right. But like, I'm simple. Like, I like arcades. I like walks at the park. I like simple shit. Like, you don't have to take me to a fancy ass restaurant. You ain't got to like spend hella money. Like, we can literally go walking and strolling and just talk.
mm-hmm.
You show up with some fucking Nerf guns, nigga, we good. You take me to an arcade, I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like, water parks, like, we good. Even if we went to a park and put on some, like, threw on some fucking shit on a barbecue and threw on some music and was just outside throwing a football. Like, that's, to me, that's cool. I'm simple.
I can't hear you because she over there clicking the fuck out of that ice. I can't hear shit.
I'm a very simple person. I am.
Damn, is the ice good? Go ahead.
I'm lightweight, crossfaded.
Me too.
Y'all, if I tell y'all I was going to go get me an edible before we started, I'm going to get one tomorrow.
I don't think you need it the way that alcohol hitting.
Like, she giving that look. If she had some lashes on, it'd be like back in the day.
She looked like she crossfaded, but she not. It's just the alcohol.
And maybe we're passing our high along to her. That's what it is. It's a natural high.
Maybe.
Listen,
I'm lightweight crossfaded.
I had that blow my brother. He said, He said,
That's my hair.
I don't know how long.
It's growing. It grew.
I haven't gotten my hair done since May.
That's good. But get it like the beginning. Get it like in August though.
I'm gonna get my hair done before the fucking cruise for sure. I might get it done right before the cruise. I might wait and get it done right before the cruise.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. You might want to get it done like 2 more times.
I'm gonna get my hair cut for sure, but as far as getting it like retwisted, I'm gonna wait until right before the cruise.
Even if they don't like twist it, like, can't they do like a wash treatment too?
So I'll wash it and I'll have my friend retwist it. But as far as getting it professionally done, I'm not gonna get it professionally done until right before the cruise.
Okay. Because I honestly, you can do a lot of this shit. You can do yourself.
As far as retwisting,
I did my locks myself.
See, my parts and shit be all fucked up, so I had my friend do it.
I just used it from when my friend had gave me like extension locks, like faux locks, and I let them grow out to a certain point, and then I cut those off, and then I got to see what my actual lock length looked like.
I want to reattach my old locks, but then I feel like that's just reattaching old energy.
It would be. I feel like it would require a lot of cleansing.
I feel very free and happy.
Just wait and enjoy the process again, but it's a different vibe this time. So I don't think you need to attach it. I feel like keep it as is. Like, it's super healthy. It's flourishing. Let that shit grow.
I want to diet though.
So damaging.
I want to diet.
Like you see how healthy your shit look without color? It's gonna look totally different with color. The health of it.
back to you will shower before head, but you won't stink morning breath head.
I don't know. I feel like that's not a common thing that happens, but I feel like if you're in the heat of the moment, I don't look at it as so penalizing. It was the heat of the moment. Like I believe in those. It's the same way like I don't believe in quickies, but if shit happened and it was like, you know what I mean? I'm not the
But
person that's
because
like,
of
I'm
the
gonna do it all the
traumatizing,
huh?
I said, but because of the traumatizing funky ass, it's a
But
requirement.
we would have
Say
bathed
it like that.
the night, but we would have bathed the night before, so it don't smell horrible the morning of. I ain't had now that issue I ain't had, but that nigga specifically, he just didn't. I really think he did not know properly how to clean his ass. I think he was the type that was scared to put his finger in that motherfucker and rim his shit to get all the crusticisms
It was
out of
one of
his
them
ass
don't
crack.
spread his cheeks when he in the shower.
Yeah, you got to go. I don't
Spread
care what
them
nobody
bitches.
say and how weird somebody feel. You got to get a little bit in your ass and clean that
Get
shit.
in that
You have to go in
motherfucker.
there. There's no way around that. If you want to fully clean your shit, unless you got a bidet, and everybody ain't got that.
Yeah, I am sweating.
What's how
It
the
is
shit
hot
out?
outside, ain't it?
It's not. It's a nice little breeze. The alcohol hit,
Oh.
Yeah, she crossfaded in the mud. She been a little stuck.
and bleh, I'm crossfaded.
Now you see why I say that drink is called Bust a Nut. Motherfucker, you got
I
you
didn't
ready.
even have that. I had a margarita.
Oh, you had that tequila. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So look, that's crazy.
That's that look.
I'm glowing right now.
Hey, it's okay.
Stop it, Day. Stop it.
So now, since you got your
We
leg up
not
in the
we
air,
not there yet.
what form of intimacy would you want to try out with a partner?
I'm not sure. A form of intimacy. And this is just intimacy all around. We're not
All
talking
around.
about
It
specifically
doesn't
for
just
sex.
have to just be sex. That you never done, but you're
That I
like,
would
I've
like to.
seen it and I want to try that because it's beautiful.
I don't know. My
You
like
said
to me,
something
my
you
form of
haven't tried.
intimacy.
I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
There is like they do it in like these classes where it's like a couples class or a yoga, like a couples yoga class or some shit. And
I want to
they
try that.
like the woman will have her leg like she'll be close to her man, her legs are on top of his, and she's either laying on his chest or they're just staring at each other and just
I
getting
want to.
into. I want to
I
try
want to
that.
do a couples yoga class.
I don't know what that's called, but I do want to try that shit.
This sounds just smacking right now. Hey,
I know
Alexis,
people enjoy sound good.
speaking of sandwiches, I was just talking to Michelle the other day about. I know this ain't gonna really help you, but one of these days I'm gonna get all the ingredients and I'm gonna make a menu and I'm gonna post it at the beginning of the week and take pre-orders. And then on Saturday I'm gonna make the orders and deliver them.
And you know what you should
For
do?
what? The sandwiches?
And you
Yep.
know what you should do? You should make it to where
Get
you
the fuck out of
that is
here.
what the structure of your TikTok page is. People are always watching a recipe show. Like if you look
You
up
finna get you a Hummer?
I'm sure you know him, Desmond Scott.
You finna get you
But
a
if you
Hummer?
don't, that nigga
That name
he
sounds familiar, yeah.
he's
You
a
finna
at
get you a
home
Hummer?
chef,
Big Daddy rolling in a
but that
Hummer.
nigga can cook his ass off like he was a 5-star chef.
Big Daddy rolling in a Hummer.
It just gives you like that inspiration of like I could really be making some food content. All it takes is close ups.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I
just
mean?
gotta find somebody that can help me with the content part.
Well, not only that, but you also got to teach yourself because it's better that you
I
know the
might get
content
I might
part.
get my nephew to do it.
Because it's better that you know the content part so you can know the direction you're trying to go with it.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to do like my editing and all that shit.
And just it's really just utilizing the tools, the editing tools that are at your disposal that
I
you may
gotta learn
not
how to
realize.
use those.
Yeah. And just
I gotta
having
learn
like
how to tap
something to
in.
hold and even just something as simple as holding your phone in place as you're chopping. Like people love a good ASMR close up of you chopping up food and shit. That's super relaxing.
If I had some, I would put Cheetos inside this. And that shit smack.
I never did Cheetos. I usually do like an actual potato chip.
Inside of a PB&J, some Doritos, like the cheesy Doritos, or a cheesy Cheetos. That shit smack. Nay, have you ever put chips inside of a PB&J sandwich or any type of sandwich at all?
Yes, but not no PB&J sandwich.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's what
Cheetos?
you
I've
were
never
saying?
thought to do that with
You
it.
put
I've
Cheetos in your
never,
PB&J?
I've never done that in a PB&J sandwich.
Yes.
A turkey and cheese sandwich. Back in the day when I used to eat bologna when I was poor.
Try it.
But not no motherfucking PB&J.
Try
I don't
it.
think I want. I'm queen of eating some foul shit. You know, I eat the
Try
fucking.
it. It's
I'm 50.
not.
I just checked
Try
this out.
it.
No.
Cheetos and a PB&J.
Or Doritos.
Cheetos, these nuts.
Doritos
No.
and a PB&J.
Yes.
Cheetos, these nuts.
Try it.
No.
I don't have none right now. But if I did,
But you got a
smack it.
problem.
What you like
just
the
but you got
crunchiest
an
of it,
issue.
or-
But you got an issue with us liking banana pudding moonshine. But you put Cheetos on your
I don't have an
PB&J.
issue with y'all liking nothing. I don't have an issue with y'all liking it. That's y'all's preference. I don't like banana.
Alexis had an issue with me and pickles. Cause I want the pickle moonshine.
No, I need you to specify.
I want
I'm
those.
a little
I want to
drunk.
taste what those pickles is like. I need to see what those pickles is hitting for.
I'm a little traumatized. To be fair, I have witnessed Nay.
I don't know about all that.
Nah, but to be fair, I've witnessed Nay eat fucking pickles with mayonnaise. So I'm a little traumatized. You gotta forgive me. When you mention pickles, it's like, because you didn't traumatize me with pickles and mayonnaise.
But I told you, ever since I had Zenaya, I can't eat pickles and mayonnaise.
But you used to eat pickles like niggas eat elote.
I had before, baby.
The way niggas eat elote, that's how she made her fucking pickle look, with just mayonnaise. Didn't even put no tahini, nothing. Didn't dress it up, nothing. Just straight glocked up mayo. And my mind instantly went to Undercover Brother.
I had pickle chips, ice cream, and gummy bears in a bowl.
That wasn't my pregnancy craving, though. That was just a regular craving before pregnancy.
My pregnancy craving was pickles, ice cream, and gummy bears in a bowl, like ice cream. I mean, like
that
cereal.
That sound lit.
But I can't eat pickles. I can't eat pickles now that ever since I had I didn't like pickles before I got pregnant, but then when I got pregnant, I was smashing them, and then after I had my baby, I still cannot eat pickles. Like, they're nasty to me.
That's how my mom is.
I fucked up pickles before pregnancy.
My mom is like that with sloppy joes. Loki.
She can't eat them now.
No, she cannot eat sloppy joes no more. She tried.
I don't know what that is because the way I used to dog some pickles, I used to dog the fuck out of pickles, and I used to cry if I didn't have pickles. And then pickles, surprisingly, because I loved pickles so much, it wasn't an indicator like, "Hey, bitch, you're pregnant." Because I drank the big jar. I don't know how many ounces that shit was, but the big jar of fucking pickles. I drank that whole jar of pickle juice in one fucking sitting. And I should have known, like, bitch, that's why you pregnant. But I only realized it only put two and two together when I did the chocolate. I put the chocolate cupcake, Hostess cupcake, in my pickle juice, and that shit smacked. And then I had sushi.
This makes me want to go
Yeah.
You
into.
said you put wait.
The morning I found out I was pregnant, I was on my way to do a blood draw because I was working as a phlebotomist for American Red Cross, and I was on my way to San Francisco. I had went to Safeway before getting on the road, and I had bought pickles. Pickles was an everyday buy for me, so I bought my pickles. I had bought a chocolate Hostess cupcake, and something while I was in that car, something said put them together. Put them together. So I dipped my cupcake in my pickle juice, and I fucked it up. When I say it took me about 2 bites, it took me about 2 bites. That shit was delicious. And then that's when it clicked right then and there. And then maybe like 2 hours later, my doctor emailed me and said, take a pregnancy test. And by the time I got home that night, I for sure was pregnant. And I was looking at that pregnancy test. I said, Mama, look at this shit.
I hope I don't have
I was
that.
pregnant. I was 2 weeks pregnant. I think I was 2, maybe 3 weeks pregnant when I found out. And yeah. I couldn't eat no pickles and no pickle juice right after that though. But yeah, the chocolate cupcake and pickle juice. Something about that sogginess with the pickle juice was in the
Nigga, that ain't
cream
milk.
because it was
That
the
ain't milk and
cream
cookies.
that I really mixed. You couldn't tell me that. You
She was
couldn't tell
really
me that.
eating her version of milk and cookies. That makes me want to
And
go
the
into.
driver, it was funny because the driver the driver looked back at me like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah.
Wow, that makes me want to go into our new segment
I don't know how I didn't know.
that Vic is taking the
Mhm.
lead on with Would You Rather.
What happened?
I said that makes me want to get
Vic
into
is
like
lit.
our new right. I said that makes me want to get into our new segment of Would You Rather.
That it right there?
Better where you come from. But baby, wait.
Okay, so very simple question. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or 20 minutes early?
20 minutes early.
I'd rather be 20 minutes early.
Always. Always 20 minutes early?
Mm-hmm. Because the earlier I'm in there, the earlier I'm out of there.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm on CP time. I'm gonna be 10 minutes.
Shit, a nigga gonna leave when I want to leave, regardless of when I get there. I done went somewhere. I ain't gonna say where, but I went somewhere earlier this year. It was a specific event, and I was in there for 45 minutes, and I left, and it was barely any parking. I got lucky to find a park, but I dipped. When I said I was gonna dip, I was giving a little pop up. Hey, miss you. I'm coming back. Hop the fuck out. But what would you write? Oh, you said 10 minutes late.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I rather show up 10 minutes late, especially depending on what it is, because then I didn't miss all the awkward chaos in the hey, how you doing? Everybody there already. I can walk in, everybody be there, and I be like, hey, yeah. I don't know. A lot of people are like, no, I gotta be there early so I can see who walk in. Yeah, I'd rather just be late. I ain't gonna lie to you. All
I
right.
get it.
All right. For personal growth and self-reflection. Hold on. Okay. Would you rather know your future but not be able to change it, or live not knowing anything at all?
Live not knowing anything at all. Shit, that's how I'm living now.
True. But would you, so you rather just live like this and just learn as you grow?
Because knowing my future means I have the potential to fuck up my future because I know what it is.
But that's a choice, because if you know your future, then you know what you have. You know the
No,
potential.
I know how we are as humans,
Like if
and
you like if
there's
somebody
always
said,
gonna
I
be.
know if my future tells me I know how to change that.
You gonna try to fuck
Oh
with
wait,
the future.
or did I miss? Or did I
Like you
miss
gonna
the
try to
misread the
manipulate the
question?
future if you don't like the outcome. Like we
Oh
gonna.
no, because it says, if it says, would you rather know your future but not be able to change it? So yeah, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
But I
wouldn't
like
want to change my future.
I like
I
yours
wouldn't
better.
wanna. I would want to live what?
What Victoria had originally asked, how she asked it specifically. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. There, go ahead.
No, I that was originally how I asked it. I just had to, I re-asked it because of what I said. I messed up. But the original question was, would you rather know your future but not be able to change it, or live not knowing anything at all?
Would you know your Would you want to know your future without and
being
not be
able
able
to
to
change
change
it?
anything, or would you want to live without knowing anything at all? Yeah, I wouldn't want to know because it will be more harm. It will be more stressful to me, in my opinion, to know something's going to happen and I have no way of being able to change it, and that's not what I want. But I would rather live without knowing what's happening, and me living the way that I am, it could possibly, or things that I do or decisions that I make could possibly change the outcome of certain things, as in the way we live now, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to know.
If
Me neither.
if I lived without knowing anything, I wouldn't even know you.
No, but you would know me. You just wouldn't be able to. It's either would you want to live and you don't know what happens, like say tomorrow. You can't tell the future of tomorrow, or would you want to know something that would happen tomorrow and you still don't have no option of being able to change anything that happens tomorrow?
Well, I would want to know what happens tomorrow, because like sometimes days can be dangerous without you knowing.
But okay, so but what if you have a dangerous day tomorrow and you know, like you see right now that tomorrow's going to be a dangerous day for you, but you have no way of being able to change it from being a dangerous day. Would you still want to know that it's a dangerous day, or would you want to just wake up tomorrow and then as you go through the day find out that it's dangerous?
Well, I know the risk is. See, I'm conflicted, because in a question like that, it's like if I know that
It's the
that
same
I'm gonna be in a
scenario,
dangerous day.
but it's the same
But
scenario,
like if I know,
but the only question is, Do you want to live with anxiety, or do you want to be at peace with not knowing what the fuck is coming next? You want anxiety or anxiety-free
Mm-hmm.
life? But knowing the future and you can't do
But you
nothing
gonna
about
get
it is
anxiety
anxiety.
once the shit happens anyway. You gonna end up with
I
anxiety
won't get it.
after it
I won't
happens
get it,
anyway.
but I won't get anxiety not knowing it. So why I want to sit with it? Like, damn, tomorrow's
Yeah,
coming.
it's just like, would you rather? Yeah, it's like sitting with knowing that, okay, so knowing that you're gonna have somebody's gonna get hit by a car tomorrow. You're gonna get hit by a car tomorrow, and it's gonna require you to have some type of surgery that is gonna really affect your life. You may be paralyzed. Would you rather go into going into tomorrow knowing that this is about to happen, or would you rather that happen and then you finding out it's happening as it's happening, versus you're not going to sleep tonight knowing that something is about to happen tomorrow? Because yeah, it'll work. It'll work. Be like, yeah, I'd rather know tomorrow, or I'd rather know my future if it's gonna be positive shit that happens. But in the effect of something bad happening, something scary, something dangerous happening, like I don't want to know I'm about to get kidnapped tomorrow. I don't know. I don't want to know I'm about to get shot tomorrow, or some shit, or not to say just horrible things, but that's how I look at it. Is I see horrible things, not good things, because if I wouldn't want to change a good thing, So it's like I wouldn't want to have that anxiety of knowing tomorrow what's going to happen tomorrow. You're not going to sleep. You're not going to let me end it right now. Shit.
You gonna end your stream? All right, next
I'm not
question.
streaming, girl.
Next question. Would you rather fix your child's mistakes for them or let them learn the hard way?
Let them learn the hard way. I have to be
I was
able
going to say, as
to.
hard as it would be,
I have to be able to allow my child to understand that there are ups and downs in life. And as a kid, they deal with ups and downs in life. It's just not to the extreme as adult years, per se. Depending on if you went through some shit, special circumstances. But you have to learn. It's the same way like you ride a bike and you telling me, Mommy, I want to take off my training wheels. I want to ride my bike today. All right, bet. I'm going to show you how to ride this bike, but it's a possibility you're going to fall once or twice. And I need you to know what that feels like so you're not afraid of it. Because the one thing I would want to teach my kid is not to live in fear of when you deal with scrapes and bumps and things and stuff. Like, it's a life lesson. Like, I don't want you to think that you have to avoid it. Fear is false evidence appearing real. I don't want you to live like that. I want you to live in knowing this happened to me, but I survived it.
Yeah, I agree. Because I was going to say, just to add to that, what I was going to say in the beginning was, as much as I would want to help with that, and your first instinct would be, I want to protect my child, I want to be there, I want to help, but through life, we can't get through life with somebody doing stuff for us all the time. And that goes back to like how we were talking about me putting her iPad on the charger, me cleaning her room for her. She has to learn that on her own. There's certain things kids have to learn in order to be the kind of those that they need to be. So they have to go through life making mistakes and having poor decisions and all the things that's going to build character as they get older.
Yeah.
Second.
This is in regards to love and relationships. Would you rather have peace? No, wrong question. Would you rather be loved deeply but misunderstood, or understood but not loved the same way? Ask it again.
Yeah, run that back one more time.
Okay. Would you rather be loved deeply but misunderstood, or understood but not loved the same way?
I would rather be loved deeply and misunderstood.
And misunderstood?
Because that's my life now. Shit. Niggas misunderstand me every fucking day.
I don't know. I feel like I would rather be understood than to be loved deeply. Because how can you
Why?
truly love me if you don't understand me?
But she didn't
That
specify.
part.
She didn't specify who misunderstood you.
But she said in relationships, so regardless, in any relationship, family, friends, or romantic, I would rather you be able to understand me versus just loving me, because how can you love me if you really don't understand me? That's just saying, I heard you, but you're not hearing me. You're not understanding why I'm feeling a certain way, why I believe a certain thing. You just like, okay, I just love you, so I'm gonna love you deeply. But how can you truly love me deeply if you don't understand me?
So you would rather be
Right.
understood and felt for on a shallow level?
Yeah, because a real person, somebody that really is going to love me deeply, truly love me deeply, will love me for all of me and my understanding and understand me. I rather, because right now living through life and I'm being misunderstood, I don't feel that I genuinely don't feel love being today. And I am very misunderstood. I'm a very misunderstood, and I really believe that in my soul. I'm a very misunderstood person. Don't nobody truly understand me. Like, I'm not gonna say nobody, because I feel like you understand me. I feel like Vic understands me. But outside of that, I feel like don't nobody truly understands me, and I find that their love is fake. I was literally told by someone that supposed to really love me, I tell you what you want to hear because I feel like that's what you want to hear. That's not real love to me, because if you truly understood me and really did truly love me, you would take the time out to really understand why my decisions are why my beliefs are my beliefs, and love me based on that, than to say, "Oh, I love you, so I tell you what you want to hear." That's fake.
Right.
You don't understand.
I
You
don't know.
don't
I
understand
feel
me, and
like
it's okay to not understand.
I feel like in relationships, we all start from a place of misunderstanding. In every sense of a relationship we experience in our life, whether it's family, friends, children, spouses, partners, like at some point, we did start from a place of misunderstanding, but it didn't change the fact that partner still loved you deeply. There are certain ways we as individuals act, and our partner or our friend may not understand it, but that don't change the fact that they still care about you. I may not understand completely why Vic may react to something a certain way just because I wouldn't, but that don't change the fact that I still love my sister.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but me personally, if in regards to like love and relationships, I'd rather you understand me as an individual, as a person, as and why I am the way I am, why I move the way I move. Like, I'd rather you, because then if you understand me, then I feel like the intimacy would be better. I feel like our
So
communication would be better.
it's integrity over feelings.
I feel like it all goes together.
Just a question, just a thought, just a thought provoking question. That's all.
I feel like it all goes together.
Integrity supersedes feelings for y'all, but it doesn't mean that you don't care about feelings. But first and foremost, you want integrity to be addressed first versus feelings. Versus me, I'm like feelings, then integrity. That's kind of how I'm dissecting it.
Honestly, it really goes if they go hand in hand,
Mm.
and the individual, I guess, determines which one goes first, but they coincide with each other.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter which one goes above the other. That's just a personal preference, but you can't really get one without the other. Either way you look at it.
I agree with
And
that.
if you do have one but not the other, then it's not gonna be it's gonna be like
imbalance.
So that's just me.
I think, hold on, baby girl. I think, because with me, I may not understand something that somebody else does, but for me, I'm always that person that will try to see it from your point of view and try to understand it from your point of view and why you are that way. So for me, choosing to be understood is, I honestly would rather, and just coming from living a life of being misunderstood all the time and being judged because people don't understand where I am coming from or why I am the way that I am, and just being like, well, I don't understand that, so I I don't understand you. I would really rather just be understood, and then you may not love me deeply, but you love me. I know that there is some type of love there, but I would rather that respect. And I guess you would say put the integrity first, because without that, what is there? In all reality, what is love without integrity, respect, and all those other things? So I really would rather you understand me as a whole, because that means so much more to me for somebody to really try to understand me and to really, I feel like you care more. You may not deeply love me, but you care more deeply for me to try to understand me versus saying I deeply love you, but I don't understand you, and I won't take that time out to understand you. That love right there shows within showing that I want to understand this girl. I want to know why she thinks the way that she does, like how we all ask each other thought-provoking questions and we ask each other things to understand why we have made this decision, because there's never been a conversation where either one of us had with one another where we haven't asked the question of, why do you feel this way? What made you think this way? What got you to this point, or what triggered you to this way? And in my point of view, it's because we're trying to understand one another, and that right there shows more love. Y'all don't have to tell me y'all love me, because y'all actions is showing it. Whether you realize you feel it or not, your actions is showing it by doing so. Because if you don't care about somebody, you're not going to want to understand them. You're going to be like, it's whatever.
I ain't gonna lie. So like, that whole "you ain't got to tell me you love me" thing, but because your actions will show it. My mom and I have never really been the "I love you" type to say to each other. But I know with everything that I am, everything in my body, mind, heart, and soul, that my mom loves me. I know that. You know what I mean? And just within the last like couple of years, we started saying "I love you" to each other. Usually I'm the one to initiate it, but there's been a few times where like we'll be on the phone and then she'll say "I love you," and it'll throw me off a little bit, and I'll be like "I love you too." You know what I mean? Now it's starting to become a normal thing, but I never really peeped that until Michelle pointed it out one day. Like, you and your mom don't really say "I love you" that much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful progress to see, because I feel like it's been like that with me and my mom as well. Like it was never a physical of a hugging thing of "I love you," and I'm like, I realized with my dad, there's never a conversation that my dad and I have where there's not a "I love you" at the end of it. Us right here. And so I was like, I don't do that with my mom. Let me start that with her. And she finds it weird. She's like, what do you want? Like, why are you coming to hug me? And it's funny because Yeah, it's funny. It's like, okay, I realize that we're not with one side of my family, it's not an affectionate thing, but then with the other side of the family. And I'll be honest, that's not something that we do. And I think that's why I be like, sometimes I don't mind. I don't care if you don't tell me you love me. But deep down, that is something that I do crave. Like, I do want the words of affection is actually a love language for me that I don't always express. But I want to know that you love me. I want to know that how you feel about me. I want the affection and all those things. But it's not something that I was really raised on to really express of that sort. Right now, somebody could come hug me and I'm going to tell you to get the fuck off of me. I'm going to look at you sideways, like, why the fuck are you hugging me? Or I will hug you from the side. I will never do one of, or if I hug you from the front, it's one of those cutely, pat, pat, now get up off me. Don't
So
really
you
hug
gonna
me
you
because then
gonna
that's
give
when all
me
my
a
emotions will come out.
so you gonna give me a church hug when I see you?
No, when I see you, I feel like it'll be a genuine hug, but then you're one of those people that I have that relationship with where I can embrace and truly because you have seen all of me, and it's not everybody has seen all of me like that. Nobody, a lot of people have not seen the vulnerable side of not Nay, but Antoinette to go by who I really am. Nobody have really seen that side of me. They know the side that really just don't give a fuck that I'm not letting you into my personal. You're going to see the outside. You're going to see the scorpion shell of me. You're not going to see this little meaty, the little girl side of me that is getting all of what I want. You're going to see that hard, tough shell that I had to build growing up.
Yeah, no, that's me. Like when people meet me, I'm very like tough on the outside, but once you really get to know me, like really I'm so soft and gentle.
She is.
I'm so
She's
soft
like
and I'm so soft and gentle.
And I think those
she's
Don't
like
do
you
those
know what
me.
things
she's
to
Don't
like.
do
show.
me, Alexia.
No, I was about to say something nice. She's like
Oh, don't
she's
do
like
me.
she's like the caramel apple lollipop, where it's hard green apple on the outside, but when you get to the center,
It's real sweet. Real sweet. Yeah.
Mhm. And I think like certain things represents that, and it's like as I'm getting older and I'm learning more things about myself. I feel like I'm starting to become a little bit more softer, um, and stepping into like that the healing, the real healing of the little girl in me. And so I noticed like with baking, when I'm out with my plants and things like that, it's bringing that softer, that real nurturing, that real caring side out of me versus me having to be so hard and um like they say, you stepping into your soft life, and it's not a soft life, it's a healed life. And just
yeah,
stepping into this time, it's very different for me. And I do like it, but don't fuck with me because the scorpion is there and I'll be
Yeah.
ready to sting.
What they say, I'm healing, not healed. Don't cross
Exactly.
the line. And that's back to
Exactly.
the beginning of the podcast. That's when my niece come in. Like, I'm healing, girl. I ain't healed. God's still working on me. Don't
Mm,
look here.
you feel me?
Got you.
You feel me? And
well,
I
send
love
it
I'm
out.
about to go. I ain't gonna lie. I'm damn near about to go buy 2 sets of gloves and tell her throw a pair and be like, lace up, strap up
But
right now. Like, let's go.
right,
Now, every time I get mad or every time one of you piss me off, put them gloves on, duking it out. Every
in
time
a
but
you and
healthy
him
way.
or every time you kids start fighting, put the gloves on, duke it out right now.
to end it on a more positive note, we're gonna start giving each other some affection towards the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I love y'all. I value and cherish
Love
y'all.
you.
Y'all are
I love y'all
amazing
too.
Black
Me too.
queens
Wait, how you do that?
that are continuing to soar and elevate in life. And I'm just so
What
thankful
the?
to be able to witness it from you know the cheering team. But I love y'all, and we will
I
see
There
y'all.
know.
you go.
I
There
ain't
you
doing it.
go.
The
I
flip
ain't
came
doing
up
it.
here because you see my fingers is blending. So I had to do it down here. I got it.
Y'all getting
Yes,
the old.
I love y'all. I
And look at your
appreciate
wait.
y'all.
There it is.
I appreciate
Y'all
this
get
open space. I appreciate this podcast, and I appreciate our fans, our real fans. I appreciate those who speak up. I appreciate those who participate within the social media, not just the ghost followers, but I appreciate you ghost followers too, because bring them views up.
Bring them
Appreciate it.
views
Love
up. You know
y'all.
what I'm saying?
Let's go.
we
Season
know
2,
we got
we
silent
in for
watchers,
it.
It's all good though.
but love
We
y'all.
see y'all
And until next time, but
with
welcome to
love.
season 5.